You might have heard of them.
Have you heard of them?
We've never played against them.
Yeah, this would be your first time you and Bill have gone head to head, right?
Well, I was an assistant. We always joke about this story.
Yeah, that story.
Oral Roberts.
And in our
Ben was the head coach, and Bill was the coach, and there was 3 people in the gym, and on a Monday afternoon at like 2 o'clock, and
but that's it.
3 years later they're at UCLA and Kansas. So
was that the only meeting? Was that the last time you guys would have been on opposite ends of
I would think. I can't think of anything else.
I couldn't find a Pitt Kansas game.
Well, he said he was at, when I was at TCU, he was at Oklahoma State. He always says that.
Yeah, he was when you were playing.
When we played in the all-college tournament, right. He was an assistant then. So he's obviously known for a long time, good friend, and they've done an unbelievable job. There's no question about it.
What do you get? I mean, you've obviously had some good.
You've played some good schools.
You played good people before. You've beaten some good coaches before. What about Bill? And what do you get more fired up for that type of a matchup at all?
Or? Well, it's kind of interesting because I've watched their stuff a lot. We did a couple things together where we did. I've been up at their campus, and we did a couple of times. We did a what do you want to call it? I wouldn't call it a clinic, but kind of a
camp.
We came together, 4 or 5 coaches. Threw out ideas and stuff. They were getting ready for a foreign tour, so. But like I said, I've known him from. I didn't know when we played him against him that time, but he remembered me from then. And then I just got to know him from that. That was like our first. I think we played. We were like 2 guys at NAU, and Ben was taking over NAU, and he was taking over Oral Roberts, and we ran into a lot of. We were recruiting in Oklahoma, Texas, it was JCs, and we just kind of ran each other, and we played at home. I don't think we scheduled it, but it was something that was already scheduled, and so we finished it off. So that was our first time in Arizona. So since then, we had a relationship. Norm, known their assistants for a long time. Norm's a good friend, and but Bill obviously, and Bill and I are on the NABC thing as well. And, so a lot of different connections. Keating, their second, their AD, their associate AD basketball. He's known him for a while, a long time.
Right.
So I know their whole staff really well.
Gotcha. Man. What does that get your juices flowing more play? You play him or play Boeheim or to play Calhoun. I mean, you've faced a lot of those guys through the years.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone against. I've gone against a lot of Hall of Famers, and he'll be the next one because I know he's nominated this year, so rightfully so. And I guess it's just a matter of time before he's another one on the list of Hall of Famers that I've coached against and gone against. And they're good. And what they've done is amazing, as I've stated before, and the 12 conference championships. But this is a new year, and they're good again. But we're gonna go out and do the best, and get our guys ready. And actually, our guys beat them a couple of years ago, so, as everybody knows.
Where do you feel like you guys are in terms of readiness for this?
Well, we're healthy. Kawat's not going to play. He's definitely going to redshirt this year, so that's been decided, and we're just going to go. We've got the guys, and we're healthy, and I think what's interesting deal. We haven't played 8 days, 3 days back home. 5 practices. We've had our 4th today, so we're able to put some things in. We're able to focus on them as they are able to focus on us. So a little different in that regard. I think that's I'd say you talk about Kansas more. You got a team coming up. You usually have 2 days to prepare for them. With this deal, we've had really 8 days. 5 days of practice once we go tomorrow. So I'd say that's they've been on my mind longer because of that, not because they won the championship 12 years in a row.
That's insane.
It is.
That's absolutely insane.
Almost that sounds like it's wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not. What do you like it? Is it good to have the extra time when especially when you have I guess the element of surprise, if you think you have that with a new team and new players that they haven't seen?
I think it's been good for us. I think we're the young team, so they've got those experienced guards. We've got a lot of new guys, younger team, but I'm just trying to give you something to write about. But I haven't used the word young all year long, so I don't want to start using it now. I've never been a guy that uses that phrase. I think we're, I think it's been good for us. I think today was good. We kind of broke it up yesterday with a little bit of a lesser practice as far as physicality, but more of a mental practice. But today was good. Energy was good, and I like to think we're picking things up at a pretty good pace.
How's Kavar holding up?
Good. I think he's had a good couple days, good week for us, and I'm excited about him. I think he's such an unselfish kid. He's in a lot of ways he's different in that, his other interests, and he's involved, does a lot of things with the kids, and he's focused on school, and family's important to him. So he does other things, but he comes out and practices hard. Obviously, the injuries have slowed him down at times this year, but he's had a good week of practice, and he's really an unselfish player in games and on the team. And I know everyone wants him to do more and put up more numbers, but I tell you what, right now, he's doing a lot of good things for us, and I feel really good about the production we're getting out of that spot because of what he's doing.
Well, him and Vlad, you're rotating those two guys. It seems to be, and that's working.
Yeah, and Wash too. Wash has been, and just ran into some issues early with fouls and turnovers, but we like the rotation. I think at times we're going to need those three guys.
Alex and Jalen seem to be meshing well.
Yeah. It's kind of what I envisioned. I think once I first got here, and again, it's unique. Obviously, we recruited Jalen and brought him into play, but obviously Alex visited us at Pitt, and so I'd known him. Obviously I knew his. I don't know if you guys know the story, but I know his mom. His mom contacted me, and his mom was here when I was here. So, so she had contacted me when he was a ninth grader. And we were about the same time, and so it's not often that you get contacted by somebody and their son actually is a good player. So I followed up, we watched them, and we weren't in really a great need at that time for a point guard, and so it probably wasn't the right place for him to go at that time. But we recruited him because I just knew how I felt he had some real gifts and was talented enough that we could try to get another point when it was going to be hard sell at that time.
How often does that pan out? Where you recruit a guy, it doesn't work the first time, but you end up getting him later down the road? Does that happen ever? Or?
Yeah, well, not usually. You don't move to a place, but it happens. I think it happens, and more so you get bounce backs, as we call it, transfers. And this could be a place that oftentimes can be a bounce back guy because of the location, how the players in the area. So, but this one's a little different because the coach moved, and I guess in that regard. So, but it happens, and I'm sure it does. Usually, guys they're usually not staying at certain levels, but usually kids are transferring down or transferring up recruiting-wise. So usually they're not staying at the same level. So it might be hard to do.
Yeah, you pretty satisfied with where you guys are rotation-wise at this point? Or is there any more tweaks to go?
Yeah, I think there's always things going on. With foul trouble, injuries. I think just how guys are practicing. I think Mike Williams has practiced really well. I think Malik's is practicing well too, and we're going to need that other perimeter guy. And between those two, we thought it might be Kawat, but between them, it's going to be one of those two guys, and sometimes two of those guys.
I've got to ask my favorite player, Kenny Hustle, Kendrick Williams. He's taken, I think, 4 less threes this year than he has his entire career before this. Getting his shot going, is that key for y'all going forward? Or is that just
I think it is, but at the same time, I've been talking to him about getting more layups. Because I think, if you look at his percentage, I never would have thought he would have taken half his shots and been almost threes. Almost half his shots have been threes. And so he is shooting a high percentage, and that's good. But we're trying to work out with him on getting those offensive rebounds turned into putbacks, layups. Fouls, free throw attempts. But yeah, I've never had a guy, I've had good rebounders. Obviously, we're known for a rebounding tip, but I don't think I've ever had a guy that rebounds from the perimeter like he does. And his numbers surely indicate that. So he has a remarkable knack for going after it, tipping him to himself, getting long rebounds, flying out of his area and going and getting one. So getting out of area rebounds. So yeah, it's amazing. he's putting up tremendous numbers, and because of the margin of victory, at times he hasn't played a lot of minutes, and maybe still averaging 10 rebounds a game.
How excited are you?
And he was, it's taken a little while to play himself in
Yeah.
shape, to be honest. He was out for a long, long time.
How is he there now? You think?
I think so. Yeah, I
He
think
looks
so.
good.
Yeah, I think so now. I think he's a little bit more comfortable. But I think there's still some things that we weren't able to. I think scoring around the basket, we got to get him more layups. We got to get him more fouls, and we run some plays for post ups to give him the ball inside, and we haven't had the results. I think because we just haven't been able to practice them or execute them in games enough that we all feel comfortable with it.
You have a feel for how this group measures up with other people in the Big 12? I mean, you don't really know. I mean, you're still kind of learning.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't know the other Big 12.
yeah, I
teams.
don't know, but I think, and I think even maybe more so in this conference, a little bit more because you may have a few more junior college guys, and maybe a few more transfers and fifth-year guys. But I think that's the case every year now, more so. I mean, everybody talks about these teams, and it's reloading, rebuilding really every year. I mean, like when you get a job in April or like I did, I mean, you're pretty much, you got to do it, even if you're coming back to the same place. The way it is now is with the transfers, you pretty much have to add guys in the spring to get better, and in addition to the guys you signed in the fall. So incoming guys, newcomers, are more critical than ever, as everybody has said. But I don't think anybody's good. I could I'd still be in the ACC, and the teams look completely different.
Right.
And there's rare teams that are going with the same guys that they had last year. But you have to. I mean, that's one thing I'm really getting across our coaches. We have to get a guy late. That's we got to get a guy late. Everybody has to get a guy late. There's going to be exceptions, and maybe you can get, but you have to think that you're going to need a guy late because of transfers that you don't see coming along, or those transfers you're already aware of, or injuries, or whatever it may be. I mean, you have to think that you got to get somebody late, impact guy. So I don't think it's always going to be a new year. That's my point. I guess it's always a new year with rosters in this league now, and college basketball.
How's the confidence level with the kids?
I think they feel good. I think they feel good about themselves. I think I think they like playing together. I think that's an important thing. I think I think we've simplified things for new guys, and we've let them focus on playing with emotion and working on the things, the important things. And so, and maybe it's been a good thing for me, but we've really simplified things. I think we're doing a few less sets. And we have less plays in the package, but